the economist Pat Choate from Tucson yesterday about this deal that I want to relaunch it, but under a different name. Just Made in the USA. And Project USA was all American products made by Americans, and obviously it helps America to support America. So we're not buying overseas, putting money back over to the countries that abuse their people, etc., but to put the American worker back to work. And I have found hundreds of companies here in America that build some wonderful products, and some you know about and some you just don't. So my initiative, Just Made in the USA, will be a place where you can just buy stuff that's made in the USA. And how we are putting that together, there's 4 business plans that I have. And we've thought about distributorships. We've thought about having several investors. We've thought about having stock options up to 25 people and only 25 people because then you don't have to go public. So I've looked at those possibilities. So, and then the platform on which it's going to live as far as the computer program. And all these things are very important. But what's most important about this initiative, it's for the people's initiative. It's a vision that was cut short. And there was somebody else Chuck was telling me about. I visited Chuck, by the way, this past weekend. And there's a guy that I used to really find fascinating. I still do. He's just not on the air anymore. His name was Bruce Williams. He was a big talk show host on Mutual Network and some other radio networks through the years, but he apparently had tried something, according to Chuck, and he gave up. We don't know why, but American companies, I believe, need a platform. When you walk into Walmart, and just do this just for fun, find out how many products on the shelves are made in America. Not many. Not many. That's just about anywhere in this country. And to me, that's a shame. We want to change that. We want to become a household name. We've thought about marketing, people that would be involved that think like us. And there's plenty of people out there like us out there. As a matter of fact, you voted for Trump. Buying American is, not turning your back on the rest of the world. It's taking care of our own over here, like most countries do. The free traders, like Bill Clinton and his cronies, were just thinking about themselves in the immediacy, not thinking long term. Well, I toured the burned out factories, the burned out towns in America that are still burned out, that never came back. Because we made things, we did things, and companies took care of their employees. And I think that needs to happen again. And this is part of that initiative to put people back to work. And I want to build a company that serves the American people, but just with products, again, manufactured, put together by Americans for Americans. And it's going to be available to everyone. And we want to roll this thing out. So then I wanted to share this with you. It's I know it's big for some. They say it's not doable, but, I'm not that kind of person. I have a lot of years left, God willing. And there's a lot of people that I've spoken to that know me, that, are going to certainly do what they can on their end. But I'll keep you abreast on which direction, we decide to go with this. But there's the 3 business plans, and we'll see which one's there. But, we want minimal distraction. We don't want 150,000 people involved at the top end. So we're just going to have, again, very carefully going to put this together. But that's the vision. And, again, there's been people that have tried to do it. Chuck, if it wasn't for the 18-year audit that Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton put on him, he would have seen this thing to fruition. I think he had over 80,000, 90,000 subscribers to his Project USA catalog, and it was growing exponentially. Could you imagine something online to that extent, and then something advertised big, like, say, a Mike Rowe, Tim Allen, somebody like that, of that caliber, pitching it? Can you imagine? That's what I'm talking about. You got to cast a bigger vision. You got to think big. I've always thought big, and I think you need to think big with this. Now, this broadcast wants to do things like that. Now, besides putting together a great show about, the daily events, things happening with common sense, keeping you abreast of things, conservative point of view, common sense, all the things that we say and we live up to, but we want to do more. And it takes money to do it, folks. We can't do it alone. And this is where you come in, and this is where you can make a difference. And you can be the first one to kick off our Share-a-thon 2017 at forthepeopleshow.com. You'll see the Share-a-thon button there right below. You can click donate, and our goal is $5,000. That's all it is, $5,000. It'll allow us to pay off. We do have a actual engineering bill that we need to pay off left over for our control room, and to finish that off, and then some initiatives that we're trying to build, the modules and some advertising for the broadcast so we can further that. But we certainly need to grow the broadcast. And what a great platform to really launch Just Made in the USA through the For the People broadcast. I can't think of a better place and a greater legacy, sincerely, for Chuck, and he's so excited about it. We sat eye to eye, and he was a little under the weather, and just heard me out more, made a few comments, but not feeling all that hot. So, we visited for probably about 3 hours and came back. He just was kind of weak, so hopefully it was just a little bug or something like that. But he said, wow, what a neat idea. And I actually called Pat then, and he thought it was a really great idea. Told me to keep him posted, and I know that he'll be, offering me his advice moving forward. And you gotta seek out smart minds, business minds, and he's an economist, so he knows people, and maybe he'll turn us on to a few people that we didn't think of. But certainly he knows folks inside and out the Beltway, out of New York and all over, very political. He was the vice presidential candidate, during Ross Perot. That's right. He was his running mate. Yep. Dr. Pat Show. Great guy, friend of the broadcast. And I'd like to call him friend. And I called him Dr. Show because he is a doctor, respectively. He said, Keith, Pat, please. I'm thinking, man, but you're Pat Show. And I can call him Pat, which is kind of neat, don't you think, folks? You're listening to For the People, our website, forthepeopleshow.com. We got so much more. Don't go anywhere.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us. It went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. For the People has a special opportunity for you. If you own a business and want to gain a national audience that is loyal and will do business with you, imagine being able to get your product and or service into the hands of tens of thousands of people each week. Sponsorship opportunities are now available at rates you can afford. Finally, the show you love with your business supporting what we do in partnership. Start running your commercials today. To contact us, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. It's Share-a-thon, and that means it's time to help For the People stay on the air. Your giving keeps the freedom of the air a possibility. For the People is listener supported, and only by its listeners are we able to bring you all the news each and every day with common sense, along with a conservative point of view. Help us be a voice of reason in a troubled world and make a donation today at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. It's your show, and we work hard to give you all the news and information that you need with commentary and insights you just don't get on the mainstream media. No fake news, just reality, so you can live your life in the know. Share-a-thon is your opportunity to get behind For the People. Give securely online at forthepeopleshow.com. It's Share-a-thon. Help For the People now at forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. All right, who's it going to be? What state? You can kick it off. You can be the person to get everything started by going to the website right now at forthepeopleshow.com. I encourage you to help out and do something excellent. It's going to help America, help people every single day understand the issues. We're not getting yelled at, not getting put down, or no hatred, but genuinely interested about sincerely making America great again. And it starts with you and I working together hand in hand. And that's the premise of For the People. And that's the way the country should be, don't you think? Imagine if Washington could catch on to that novel idea. It would be nice, but For the People is on the air for you, and Share-a-thon is an opportunity for you to share. Do just that. Maybe share something that you have with us, and maybe it's not a lot, maybe it's $10, maybe it's $100, but whatever you give, it will help us reach our goal. $5,000 is the number. We got some bills to pay, and we got some ads to place, and we have some initiatives like Just Made in the USA that we'd like to see to fruition. But we and $5,000 is not a lot of money, but it is when you don't have it. And Chuck used to say on his broadcast, he used to always make me laugh. He said, you can't do business with people that don't have money. And isn't that the truth? You got to have some money. to do things.